So the way I start with my base, I've already applied moisturizer, so now I'm going to apply a primer, and I usually try to use a primer that says more like illuminating, like this one from Cover FX says illuminating primer, that, or anything that says nourishing, or as long as it says mattifying, it doesn't say mattifying, then that's what I gravitate for, especially right now because I have like combination skin. Like in this area here, I've been really dry. You can tell when I'm wearing certain foundations that cling to patches. So I've been really dry here around the nose, and then obviously here in this little situation going on here. So yeah, the more nourishing or moisturizing the primer can be, the better. I definitely use a beauty blender that makes it just blends away even more on those drier areas. I tend to use more of full coverage foundations because I do shear them out. So I'm going to use the Marc Jacobs Remarkable foundation. I'll apply it to the back of my hand, and with this foundation, it's so full coverage, like just a drop, like that'll cover my entire face. I'm going to add a drop of the Cover FX illuminating drops just for illumination. I'm going to mix that up and then start dotting it all over my face. Then I'm going to take this oil, the bio oil. I'm going to add a few drops to my beauty blender. This is how I will blend it out. Now whatever is left on my hand, I'm just going to pick up a little bit more and just apply it in the areas that I want a little bit more coverage. I've also been liking having more like a dewy under eye, and I've been liking the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Illumination Concealer. Okay, this one's in the shade 10, and I'm not sure I like that because the one I was using was in the shade medium. So I'm going, just to brighten a little bit more, I'm going to add this concealer from LA Girl. And I definitely like to cream contour, especially in colder weather. I'm going to add just a little bit of the oil to the tip of the beauty blender to blend that out. I'm going to take the RCMA colorless powder, but I have it in this Laura Mercier container, and all I want to do is just lightly set the under eye. I'm not going to bake, I just want to set it. I'm going to set all the areas that I applied the concealer. The only part that I'm going to bake is on my nose because that is the oiliest part of my face. I'm going to take the Lorac Pro Conceal and Contour Palette, and it looks like this. And I'm just going to use the darker shades to contour my face. I also like to do the outer rims of my nose, of my mouth, to give me a poutier mouth. And then here is just to balance out the color from that so that it matches what I do around my face. I bring it to the top as well. And then here to carve out my jawline. I'm gonna apply just a tiny bit of oil again to make sure that everything blends out smoothly. I'm going to lightly powder just to set that cream, but I'm going to avoid the areas where I'm much more drier. So I'm just gonna set this and then down here. Just so that the bronzer goes on smoother. I'm gonna apply the MAC Give Me Sun bronzer in this fluffy brush. To bring back some of that glow, I'm gonna go in with the Cover FX Custom Enhancer drops, and these are in the shade Moonlight. Then I'm gonna squeeze the beauty blender, and I'm going to dab this around and then apply this to the high points of my cheek. It just brings back this like natural glow to your face. Just to add a bit more dimension to my cheekbones, I'm going to take this brush from Sigma, the F23, and then I'm going to take the Benefit Hoola bronzer. Just to blend out any harsh lines, I'm going to use this dual fiber brush and just go over those edges. Just to complete the face portion, I'm going to apply blush. I'm going to take this Becca blush in the shade Damselfly. And then to highlight, I'm going to take the Wet n Wild Precious Petal. Before I apply it, I'm going to spray my face with a setting spray. This is the Urban Decay All Nighter. And then right before it dries down, I'm going to apply the highlighter, because what it's going to do is going to sink in to the skin and not look like a layer of powder right over your face. I'm going to use this Luxie 524 dual fiber brush. You see that? Like radiant glow. That's what we're looking for. And that's pretty much it for my foundation routine. I'm going to finish up the eyes and then I'll be back. So I definitely wanted to concentrate more on the skin. This is pretty much what I do for the winter. I definitely layer on a lot of oils and moisturizers to keep my skin looking dewy and moisturized, because like I said, I do have combination skin. I have some dry patches in certain areas, so this is the only way that I could keep my skin even throughout the day. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I will see you next time. Bye.